We are here today to announce that the Justice Department has secured felony guilty pleas from the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, Binance.
Actually, it's Binance.
Binance.
Binance. Largest virtual.
Binance.
Binance. And let me be clear. It's Binance.
Binance.
Binance. Council has discussed crypto regulations and legislations at length, and we have come to the conclusion that instead of regulating, we are going to ape a fat bag each into laptop and pump it to over $1,300,000,000,000,000,000,000,000 market cap. Let's fucking go, crackheads.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Morning Coffee. I got my coffee locked and loaded, ready to go, because we have to talk about the next leg up for crypto, which is, in my opinion, coming fairly soon, and the reasons why I have laid out already a couple of times on this live stream. I want to back them up with even more material that is coming out right now in the last days that hints, everything hints at the next leg up. The question is only, how long do we have to wait? Is it a couple of days or maybe 1 or 2 weeks? So make sure to stay tuned all the way through here. So good morning to each and every one of you. May I ask you to smash up the like button first thing? That would be great. Good morning to you, Bodo, and like, smash, subscribe to the channel if you are new here and you haven't yet. Turn on notifications, and I want to quickly thank all my rare hodlers. If you wonder why my voice is a little bit wrecked, that is because I'm a little bit under the weather. Nothing a good coffee cannot cure. We are going to have a shorter stream today, but that's no problem, because there is so much to say every day, but we don't have to talk about every crypto bill that is passed around in one of the 51 states of the United States. So let's jump right into the action here. And everyone who is coming in new, smash up the like button directly, and then let's get this on. Let's pump the stream out to other people. So we are here on the Bitcoin chart, daily chart. We have the third day in the green in a row right now. We're up we are up a little bit more if we count the wick. We're up about 5% from that low here, and we're seeking, it seems, to go up and re-challenge the 107,000 territory. At least that is the hope. Now breaking the small resistance here. Of course, this is the daily chart, still 17 hours to go, but that is at least a possibility. But that's not the reason why I am bullish, and I think the next leg up is going. No, let's talk about this here. So structure wise, and this is the banana zone, right? This is what Relpa is saying all the time. Structure wise, if you're looking at this here, moving this a little bit here more to the side, there are these mini chops in the middle of this big blast to the upside, right? And this could be, so I'm not sure about the exact position, but the fact is that this is going a long way, right? So here, these mini chops, I think they are all the same, but I am not sure if this isn't the first correction and this here is the second correction, right? Because these first corrections here, they happened at the all-time high. This one this one happened at the all-time high. Here on the side you see also this one happened at the previous all-time high. This one happened a little bit above, or way above, but overall, right, this could be the first chop, this could be the second chop. So we could still have a long way to go here, depending on where exactly we are. But that it doesn't look like the end structure-wise. It looks more like a continuation of the banana zone. So that is the structural comparison. But what really drives it, and I'm preaching it here day in, day out, people are really bored out of the market right now. Many people don't want to know about crypto, don't want to know about altcoins, don't want to know about new investment. That is exactly where the biggest chances are and where things are poised to continue. So we know, and I'm preaching this all the time, that stimulus is coming, and that global liquidity is the sole and main driver for our bull market, right? And there are a couple of things to show here. So first of all, there are new offerings, which is basically quantitative easing. The US Treasury announces here 430 billion treasuries. So Tuesday was already 225, and today another 655 billion. So 880 billion this week. Yeah. That is a lot, right? That's close to $1 trillion. So somehow, because why is the stimulus? It's not instant stimulus, but they're basically being bought back, right? Afterwards. So usually to do that, then the money printing goes on, right? So I think that is bullish, these upcoming auctions. And also look at the others. Look at the other countries. China money supply coiling up. Yeah, it had also this drawdown right at our dip, right? And now as we are coiling up, gold goes to a new all-time high, right? Same here. Japan money supply dip, double bottom. Okay, we are coiling up, right? Right in this time frame where we are right now, basically, right? Sorry. That is the overall money supply. If we look at the US M2 money stock, we compare this to Bitcoin in the red line and gold in the what is that, teal? Sorry, not teal. I'm not colorblind, guys. Purple line. That's what I want to say. Purple line. Then we can see that basically both heavily reacted to this end of the M2 steep drawdown, right? Like we had a steep drawdown, bear market, and then basically the bull market starts here right before the turnaround, and now we're turning around, and the turnaround had excuse me, had basically a longer ways to go, but already drove the prices into the sky, right? I mean, this whole rally in both, like in gold, it's just this part, right? So we could also here, right? We see it also here. Excuse me, talking makes me coughing. Also here we see it. The M2 money supply goes on a steep curve, and what follows is gold goes directly with it. Bitcoin takes a while, and then boom, right? So also here it was like when gold already had bottomed and was already here. Bitcoin, oh man, that's difficult today. Bitcoin has bottomed only later, right? So again, highlighting that, and that counts for all global liquidity, right? If you are if you are going like throwing in here a formula for all global liquidity, or most, like the bigger currencies, then you see also here's the turnaround, and how global liquidity and gold front run, and then Bitcoin comes into play. And what's interesting though to see is gold stopped at a certain moment, right at this scale here, at 2000 and did not continue to follow, right? So there is a peak for gold at a point. Maybe that peak is now here at 3000, yeah? We don't know. Oh. Great. Awesome, fun stuff, right? Let me quickly recover here. So there we go. Now, what happens if we actually go on a tear here? Because what we have seen so far is this, right? This is our current bull market. But I think excessive money printing is going to start here. And that is what happened here, right? You have this bull market start phase and bam, excessive money printing. It will lead to a top at a certain point, right? But the question is how long will it go on? What will be the extent? Will we continue to go this way and have a more choppy ways here, or what is going on, right? At the same time, very cool, the DXY is still on massive drawdown. We still didn't lose support, but the DXY has dropped. We are about to lose it, 3%. So look at this. So the question is support or not, right? And from the money printing perspective, probably nah, which means we could see something like this, as we did see here, right? Also like the spike above and so on. That would give us a long-term down trend still, with the potential to go crazy after a certain point. We will see if that happens. At the same time, and maybe we have to do a little bit of a correction back here, right? Because we had this drawn in. We had this drawn in like this before, right? And let me go on the weekly, otherwise it doesn't really work out here. Yeah, so this was the falling, the rising wedge pattern that we observed so long. And then I was like thinking, okay, perfect, we are dropping alt season. And then we came back up, retest, and then I was like, yeah, nice, bearish retest. Now we came back up again, shot through, but but we are coming down once again. Like it looks like a second retest or something like that on this. This would be a very bullish setup. Let's see if we can lose the supports. Show love for the sick man, hit the like button and make him great again. Thank you very much. Yeah, that would be great. I don't know what happened. Maybe I got some nice germs on the when I was in Paris, right? Some nice viruses. I don't know. There is a like everything is flying around. So let's see. But I'm not patient zero if I'm looking on the streets here. A lot of people running around like zombies these days. So let's see. I'm very sorry for the coughing though. But smash up the like button. Nonetheless, if you like this stuff. So this looks good. Okay, we leave it like this, like we had it before. Of course, you can always find a new pattern, right? But so far so good. Yeah, this looks like a big wick to the upside. No, not the French germs. Stay away from French women. Lesson learned. That was not what I meant. Dude, happy relationship going on here and so on, right? That's not the type of germs that I was talking about. Okay, please stop it. It's very early in the morning for these jokes. Okay, and for so you know, you can have wife-changing gains. You can have wife-changing discussions, yeah, you know, and then the second one you don't want. Okay, so besides the market being degenerate and buying banana, and Broccoli, CZ's dog, and Sundog, and NPC, and Degen, and FWOG. Okay, so that's somewhere in the top 500. Overall, the altcoin market is green. The big 100 led by IP. IP Story, I have no idea what they're doing. As well as JTO, Celestia. Oh, nice. This one, Sonic, former FTM, also pumping a little bit. I have that one. Say is pumping, Virtuous pumping, MakerDAO is green on the day. Let's see what else is going good. Fartcoin, obviously, why not? Why not? As well as Kaito and BNX. A lot of things are going on. A lot of things. Okay, in the altcoin market. I don't think we have to look. We can look at the Bitcoin cycle comparison and just refresh the page here. We don't have to, but we can. Is there a dark design here in this thing? It's way too clear, way too bright. Getting rid of the earliest cycle. We are underperforming halving wise. Time to recover. We are on track but slightly underperforming. If we are looking at bottom comparison, from bottom to bottom, that is where we are on track, which is, I think, the most accurate one. We should be coiling up for another big fat leg, also according to this. If we are looking at top to top comparison, we are just in the middle. Okay, so here we would be waiting a little bit longer, but still the big leg coming. And crossing top of the previous cycle, we would be just on track to flatline and end our cycle. Okay, so I don't think that this is the case, because this overlay doesn't make much sense in my opinion. However, from bottom to bottom, that makes sense, right? Because that is more aligned, where the cycles are aligned from their bottom to their bottom, which means if you take the two bottoms, that's also where the M2 bottom, like the global liquidity bottoms, are aligned, you know? So that would reflect more a global liquidity cycle. Do you think sell in May and stay away still holds for the cycle? I don't know, to be honest, because if we are looking back at other parts of the bull runs where we had May, it somewhat holds true. Okay. March 24, April, May. Okay, so here we had a May and we just sold off. Okay, so that happened, and then January, February, April, May, sell off. Also here, right? So in this cycle we had 2 Mays sell off. I mean, here we don't even have to talk about it because we were in the middle of a sell-off and May just made it worse. And then we have another May here. Look at the mega sell-off. So I would say a sell-off is guaranteed. But the question is how strong will it be? March, February, April, May. Okay. Here the May is green. But it was after the C crisis crash in March. So the question is, if you are in a V-shaped recovery out of completely oversold things, how much impact do you have, right? You had your sell event right before. We don't have that this case. So this is a little bit questionable. Here, May. Big sell-off in May. Here, I think in this cycle we didn't have that many May sell-offs. No, here, for example, no May sell-off here, only this wick to the upside, a little bit maybe, and then next month. But green May, okay. Yeah, that was the green May here. September, March, January. There you go. That was the bottom. So, but small sell-off. I would say 80% chance that we get a sell-off in May. The question is, will we get a big fat pump before in March, okay, and April? So we could have a big fat 2 months candles like here and then a sell-off, okay? So whatever happens, like if we are pumping March and April here somewhere up to the crazy numbers, 150k or so, then I'm going to lock in massive profits, but I'm not going to move out of the market, okay? That not. TSI says we're getting a little bit closer here. Projected end at this pace, April. Okay, April would coincide with sell-off. Okay, May sell-off. May sell-off can happen in the 1st of May, can happen into May. Okay, so yeah, we will see. But first of all, we want to see a pump, because if we're just ranging here, then I would say, hey, maybe things can be different there. What was my high for the Bitcoin for this cycle? 135,000. Still marked in, called from way back here when we turned around. 135,000. Very conservative, I know. People get mad at me because I say that. Potentially I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we go higher than that. But it would coincide with, I mean, the breakout target of the cup and handle of this cup and handle that we had before here was 120k. So this is that target here, and then I would say and some, yeah. And then we have this here. We have this new flag here that would bring us to 128. So maybe that's too short, right? Nice. I always like that you have realistic numbers, not pie in the sky. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather have a little bit too low numbers, because it allows me to take action before, like with a VeChain, right? Then if you have sky high numbers, because somewhat you program your mind to having to hit these numbers. And if it doesn't happen, you don't take profits, because you have to hit this high target to start taking profits. For example, last cycle, based on plan B and based on all the others, people were expecting that we go to 100k and here people would take profit, okay? But we ended the cycle here. So no one took profit in all of that range, because they were all expecting 100k as cycle top. Everyone thought that was logical last cycle. And then when we came back here, they said it's only a retest and a continuation. Yeah, so we need to be very, very careful with this stuff, right? And also we need to consider the fact that this might be close to a top. Yeah, that maybe we are going up here to the 130, 35k, and then we drop to a massive correction and then something like this, right? It can happen. Or the stimmy hits so hard that we are going on a massive rally. I'm completely wrong, and we go to 500,000. I don't know. Yeah. I know you don't have a crystal ball, but how high do you think that can go this cycle? That's basically my bag, and I've been getting very nervous about the cycle. I can understand that. I'm at the point where I think that 12 cent or 15 cent is good sell point. Yep. I agree with you, because you cannot know when. Exactly. So let's go to VeChain. So sorry for all the lines, but let's get rid of some things here and pull. So this here I will just pull it away so we can see better. Okay. So my projection for this breakout was that we go to 8 cents and we would take profit. We kind of got there, right? But only on a wick, so very hard to lock in profit here, right? But that mark has slightly above it. The wick goes to 7.990. So always when you have a target like 8 cents or 20 cents, it's good to go millicents under it. Yeah, because everyone wants to sell millicents under it if you want to lock in profit, like with a take profit order. So I would say we definitely going to revisit that. And I would say 20 cents is a very good lock in most profits, and then have some to ride on, where I would say maximum potential is 45 cents. That only on passing all-time high, right? I mean, you can take profits in between, like 15 cents, as you said, makes also sense. You would have, at 15 cents, you have another of these tops, right, for VeChain, where probably the price is going to react as well, depending on how the cycle plays out. But I see so many people that are hoping for a breach of all-time high, which is not guaranteed. It can happen, obviously, because VeChain has a huge community. But there are also many people from the last cycle that didn't take profits, and they really want to get back into the profit zone, which might be here. And once they are and go they're going to sell their bags, right? So you need to have a plan where profits from the accumulation here are realized before that here, right? And I agree with you fully for the 12 to 15 cents, which would be exactly in this area. Okay. So these are my targets. Obviously, you will find, if you research VeChain, you will find other targets out here. Yeah. You will find $20 targets, $10 targets. This is a very nice tactic for YouTube, because I could also do that. Because considering that I'm sitting on 100,000 VeChain, for example, a $1 target, it was very exciting for me in the last cycle, and then where we ended was a quarter of this, right? Now people are proclaiming like $2, $3, $5 targets. Hey man, go make me a millionaire. But the problem is, look at the market cap that VeChain has to reach as an old cycle coin with all these new coins, in a market environment where people still don't have the money, yeah, to ape that much into the bags. So the question is, it really comes down to playing it smart. I don't care if I sell 50% until here, and this really goes beyond, it's still a good bag, you know. So that's going to be my strategy for VeChain and for some of the other altcoins as well. Yeah. But there are also, and then basically hedging this a little bit, for the 100x potentials, I just bought some Mcade, you know, like, what is that here? I think there's another one, yeah, there. Here, Mcade, right? New coin, low market cap. If it gets to 1 billion, I will be very happy. If not, then that's it. That's the gamble of crypto, right? But yeah, with VeChain, with something that is already at 1 billion, I will not be going that degenerate, right? Whereas, therefore, you build these moonbags, and that's also probably part of the reason why some of these coins go so crazy, because yeah, like Devve here, right? Finding support here, yeah. Could go, I don't know, yeah. Could go 20x easily. Yeah, this all could turn out to just get a nice setup for the bull run, right? So these are some coins that I'm looking at that could make me the big fat returns, and then coins like VeChain is more like, if they give me a couple of X's, I'm really happy. So that would be 0.3 right now to 12 cents would be a 4x. I would be very happy with that. With a 12 cent, I would be very happy. Thank you very much for the answer. My average purchase price of VET is 0.055, and I have 1.4 million VET. Look, so a 12 cent is massive. I was hoping for a new all-time high, but I'm not sure we get there this second. I mean, sitting on 1.4 million would allow you to scale out as you go higher, and then maybe you have a part of the bag which you would have to sell past the all-time high, but you would DCA out of the coin, right? And the question is only, and this really comes down to your personal preference, when is that, right? And I think a good way to, and this is also debatable and questionable, but a good way to determine this would be to look at Bitcoin dominance, because when altcoin season happens, right, Bitcoin dominance will fall. And usually, or based on the last experience, it falls until it finds support here, right? Somewhere here. So I would be starting to sell in this falling. And then whenever, so this falls and falls, and you're starting to lock in profit, lock in profit, lock in profit, lock in profit, lock in profit. You come close to this. Oops, you can see that. But lock in profit, like all this way here, you come close to it. And so basically on one of the screens, this Bitcoin dominance chart is always present to tell you where you are, right? So this would have been, in the last cycle, it would have been basically, okay, you see this, you start falling like a rock, lock in profit, 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 sell it all, yeah? Somewhere here. Of course, I'm not advocating for selling all of your crypto if there is still gains to be made and so on, if you feel there's more in it and so on. But I'm definitely advocating for moving out a little bit too early than too late, because too late is usually a big problem. You see it here in the VeChain chart. Sorry, it is, where is the VeChain chart gone? Am I? Yeah, because I went to Devve. That's the reason. Yeah. On the VeChain, you see, if you're waiting until you have clarity that the top is in, you are down 75% and back to 6 cents, even though you have been at 28 cents, okay? So you can't wait for that. So the better way is obviously to start taking profits as all the way up in small chunks, right? And then, yes, you might miss, and you see, okay, here's something like down happening, you just lock in more, or I don't know what, right? Of course, price will come back eventually. This is unknown, right? When this is only steep incline, everyone's excited. The rest is an unknown. So this is only my take on this, which is why I have a plan before, you know, so that I don't have to sell in a profit, but at 6 cents, right? Okay. Guys, I'm a little bit wrecked here, so I will go a little bit earlier. Very sorry for that, but it's a freaking Friday. The weekend is in front of us. Maybe we see some more green today. As we're headed more to the end of February, there's still a full week of Feb going on. Yeah. So guys, make sure to stay focused. Make a plan. Make an exit plan for when the good time hits, right? No one guarantees us that the altcoin season will come, but why should it be different than the last times? Well, everyone says it's different, it's not coming, so that makes me very bullish and says it's coming, or I say it's coming. Make an exit plan, smash the like button also if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, notifications on, and then once it's happening, I will remind you of your exit plan. Don't throw it out of the window then. I will remind you of your exit plans. I will execute my exit plan once it's time. And if not, we at least tried to build generational wealth, right? So, wherever you are on the world, have yourselves a great morning, evening, day, night, or afternoon, and goodbye.